we should be on. Let's just check this.
Text to speech disabled. Text to speech enabled.
Alright, sweet. Let's go. Looks like they swept up all the glass that was there. I just sort of moved it at least. Alright, we gotta be a bit quicker today. I've started way later than I wanted to. I wanted to be out by 4. That didn't happen. We got out by 5. But sunset's at like 6, so should be able to get there in time. If I take the quick way there, apparently they're doing maintenance. Oh, is this guy going to say? They did, but it was very late. Shit, I can barely see. Yeah, we got like maybe 45 minutes of sunlight left. Just means we're going to be riding in the dark a bit more than I'd like. Someone let me through? Yep, that was nice of them. They didn't have to do that. Alright. G'day. If I can get on the road, we can go a bit quicker. It's a busy road today though. There's a lot of traffic on it at this time. Oh man, I'm in the wrong gear. There we go, that's better. This is like crooked. Should be a bit like that, that's better. Alright, now we can pile some speed on. Start making some good time. And use my gears. Might even be able to get into third. Let's try. Oh, easy man. I'm just screaming along. Yeah, probably doing like 35 Ks. There's no way I'm doing 40. The cars here do 60. They're going past pretty quick. Big bump there from the tree roots. And I hit it dead on. Now, hopefully, I can negotiate this fairly safely. They probably think I'm going to turn, so I'm going to. There you go. Yeah, that was the turning lane. I blasted right through there. I'll probably collect a car. That'd be a short stream. Alright. Should be able to fly through here. So at 195 for... And they don't even show the price for the other stuff because they probably don't have it. They're out of diesel and LPG. Probably all the trucks took it. We really should do what China does and run our trucks on LPG, because we have a ton of it. All right, back on the main road for a little bit. Yeah, there's that Max Muscle Gym, so they must have two venues in this town. We got one near the McDonald's. I don't think we're going to make it in time. Judging by where the sun is, I got like half an hour. And then like, I don't know, sunset takes like 5-10 minutes. I know that man. That's my dad.
Chastard said, okay, that's a nice sunset.
Yeah, hopefully we can get there in time though. I got a feeling my dad's gonna try chase me down. Let's go a little quicker. Yeah, yesterday was like a really nice day, and today's kind of comboed into that. My goal is to get to Kilcunda for the sunset. There's a big hill I want to get up to. You saw it last time when I was sort of on that little outlook area. But we'll see how we do for time. They're doing maintenance on the rail trail, so I kind of got to take a detour. But I still think this might be the quicker way to go. Less gravel, more paved roads. Oh, and yesterday's stream, I had a render delay because I was doing something for a test, and I forgot to take it out. So all the audio was on time, but the video was delayed. The video was delayed by like 4 seconds. Oh, about 3 or 4 seconds. So it should be fixed today. Like, I don't know if you heard that, but it should be like synchronized.
Chastard said, small editing nightmare.
Oh, it's not hard to edit. You just shift the whole thing over by whatever amount it is. But it doesn't look good. It made it look really weird. Like I'm riding, and then you'll hear cars go like right past me, but I'm already like 4 seconds clear. Because I was trying to synchronize up the laptop to the phone one, and because the laptop has to render it, there's a slight delay there. But today I've been playing around with some of the parameters, the SRT parameters, and I've got this down to 3 seconds delay now, which is a bit better, instead of 4. I tried 2 and 1 second and it worked, but I don't know how it would work out here with different mobile towers and stuff. I'll have to try it. I mean, it's a setting I can change on the phone, so if it goes wrong, I can just fix it. Might look nice out here, but it doesn't smell nice. I can smell like fertilizer. It's got that real like metallic smell to it. I'm not having a stroke, I'm pretty sure. No, apparently when you're having a stroke, it smells like burnt toast. I definitely don't smell that. Now we can hook a right here, follow the trail, run into that detour, or we can just skip it entirely, which I think I'll do. Yeah, it is nice out there. Lots of cows. This one's real close. Give him a ding. Got his attention. All right, let's get some speed up for that hill. Oh, so much easier to go up to second now. Before I was almost breaking my thumb off trying to go up gears on the left-hand side. And the problem was the cable had gone slack. So I added some tension to it, and then you get the full range of that lever, and it just works better. These cheap gear sets, you got to be very accurate with how you set them up. They don't have like a big range of where they can be out. If they're out by just a little bit, like half a turn is too much. And the cables, they stretch over time, so that's why they go out. We are making good time though. We've still got about, I don't know, 20, 25 minutes. I think the sun will just be going down as we get to the beach. So if I keep my pace up, should be able to get there. I'm going to be pretty tired on the way back though. I'm kind of exerting myself more than I should. Should just be taking it easy. Plus I did that ride yesterday. It wasn't a big one. It was like, what, 1.5 laps around town. But you still feel it the next day.
Supposed to be doing research tonight. Pero all the cool peoples are on our end.
Yeah, I don't know who else was on.
YouTube Play said, I have 3 tabs on hotspot. Big no.
Yeah, your internet's going to be shredding through that data. Yeah, I was saying I was playing around with some of the SRT parameters to try reduce the delay. Because what I see and what I'm talking about, you guys take a while to see, and then when you chat back, you know, it takes a while for that message to come back to me. So the shorter I can get that delay, the better.
YouTube Play said, yeah, but 160p isn't horrible.
Oh, 160p is like, you're on a dial-up again. I think YouTube's high quality used to be, yeah, it was 360p. And then they had all the 240p as the low quality one. So you're below like 2006 era YouTube.
YouTube Play said, chat is pretty quick. In return, I think you can count chat delay in years.
I've sped it up to about 3 seconds delay now. It was about 4 or 5 before. But that's just with the phone. I still need to get the laptop one faster. One way is to change the rendering profile, the H.264 profile. Because you can have like high quality or you can have like a fast one. So I'm going to test out the fast one. And then within that you've got like, I think it's like baseline, high and main. I'll try those 3 out and see which one looks, you know, a good mix between.
Bag Lady 37 said, ooh, nice weather you're having.
Yeah.
It's raining here.
Hi Bag Lady. Yeah, we've finally got some nice weather.
Please isn't bad. Can you encode in H.265?
265 can be done, but then you got to decode it.
YouTube Play said, oh, Bag Lady.
We've got finally some nice weather. Last week was just rain and like overcast and like just intermittent showers. So it had been like about 2 weeks since I could even get out. So I'm making the most of it before this turns into winter.
YouTube Play said, oh, wait. Twitch won't accept 265, I think.
No, it doesn't, but I can do
Bag Lady
265.
37 said, YouTube Play's high sugar.
I can do 265 from the laptop
capability
to the desktop computer. I just got to find the right profile. It's like, the laptop doesn't even have like a GPU.
I think Twitch will accept AL1.
It's like built in. But it's alright, it's just playing around, and since it's at home on a local network, shouldn't be too difficult. Oh my god, I'm swallowing flies left, right and centre. I've got to stop opening my mouth so much. That's the second fly that's just gone straight in my mouth.
Beautifully said, wait, can you P2P the video straight through intranet?
Yeah, I can
Protein.
send straight from the laptop to the router to the desktop from OBS to OBS. So I can do 265 for that with no latency. You know, maybe 1 millisecond, probably zero.
Lady37 said, what did you eat today?
Today I had hardly anything. I had 2 Wheat Bix and some milk. That was breakfast.
Beautifully
That's
said,
it.
flies, OBV.
I had some vitamins, but they don't really count. Every day I'll take 3,000 units of vitamin D and a multivitamin and 2 vitamin C's. So I think it's 1,000 units of vitamin C. And since I started doing that, I don't get sick.
Wheat Bix, please.
Yeah, Wheat Bix, no sugar, nothing, just Wheat Bix and milk. I've cut out the maple syrup and honey in the morning. I usually do one or the other, or I'll put like Milo on it, but I don't do that anymore. Any chance I can get to cut out sugar, I do.
Ozzy Danny said, no sugar, WTF.
Yep.
Chastard said,
Get used to it after a while.
Wheat Bix, just the Bix and milk, legend mate.
Yeah, it's all right. It'd be nice with some stuff on it, but it adds up. All right, that hill's done. I got to take the path that goes, you know what, I could take the one that's paved. That one doesn't go up a hill. I think it's either this one or where that car's coming out up there. One of them goes where I want to go. I don't know if it's this one though. I think this one goes around and that one up there goes into the complex. All right, we'll cross over here. Yeah, we'll go this way.
Chastard said, I moved to overnight oats with chia seeds, Greek yogurt, maple syrup, and almond milk.
Oh, that sounds pretty good.
Optional spices fruit.
I've heard
Ozzy Danny said,
smoothies.
I had a banana for brekkie and a sweet chill wrap for lunch.
Yeah, smoothies are
The
really
right
good for
God,
breakfast.
They had left it open at the end. I hate it.
Oh no. But if you can blend up like a banana, they do like some nuts in it and a bunch of other stuff like oats and all that. That's a really good breakfast.
Chastard said, smoothies are great, but very easy to eat like 5 bananas.
Yeah. Yeah, you need something to fill you up. You need like some sort of like grain in there, like barley or oats or something, like shredded wheat would even do. Honestly, you could probably shove like a Wheat Bix in there. Wouldn't be too bad. Like I used to do like 4 Wheat Bix for breakfast. I'm down to 2. But yeah, last night had a...
I'm relegated to eating only things that don't require any kind of kitchen.
Last night had like a huge burger with like onion rings on it and chips and stuff. So that would have added a few.
I have a mini fridge and a microwave. No counters, no tools.
There's a way around that. You could buy some tools. You could buy a blender. They're all pretty cheap now. But the good ones that last a while, they cost a bit more, so.
Ozzy Danny said, my smoothies used to be just banana, mango, strawberry and water in the NutriBullet.
Yeah, the worst thing about that is just cleaning up afterwards.
said, yeah, making a shit ton more monies.
Yeah, that's an option too. Just make more money. Oh yeah, okay, I'll just do that. But yeah, I used to just love sugary stuff in the morning, like Cocoa Pops.
Beauty said, no, I can't. I have 40 square feet to my name, sort of.
Corn Pops.
Ozzy Danny said, clean up easy with the NutriBullet.
Corn Pops are my favourite. They are the best cereal.
Beauty said, I can't make any changes at ALLLLLLL.
But I can't get my hand on Corn Pops anymore. They just don't sell them at the supermarkets. We've got a USA Foods supermarket here where they import all that stuff. And they got like the Reese's Pieces cereal. You get Cheerios with the cancer stuff in it. You get all this stuff. Apple Jacks. What's the other one? Trix. They've got that. They're pretty expensive. But US cereals are like huge. Each box is like nearly a kilo. They're like half a pound. No, like 2 pounds. Whereas you go to Safeway, whatever, and they're just like 500 grams if you're lucky. They're like 400 now.
said, I haven't had cereal as breakfast in years.
I love it. That's what gets me out of bed. I'm excited to have breakfast. You know, it'll get me off my phone and get me moving. Probably shouldn't be jumping on the phone
Justin
first
said,
thing.
it's super hard to find low no sugar cereal.
Oh yeah, there's hardly
I
anything.
Wheat Bix for that.
Yeah, you can go like Rice Bubbles, Wheat Bix, skip Nutri-Grain, that's full of sugar. Wheat Bix just on their own actually have a fair bit of protein in it. You do that with full fat milk,
Beauty
and
Place
it's actually not bad.
if I eat immediately asterisk when I wake up, I get kinda sick.
Yeah, immediately, like, you know, get up, toilet, rinse your face, make your bed, get dressed, then go do that. And then after breakfast, I'll have like a lemon, lime and bitters with some vitamins. And that's like my one sugary thing for the day.
Beauty Place said, have to wait an hour.
Yeah, everybody's different.
So
That's why it's nice to put like Milo or something on it, mix it up a bit. Muesli's good. You get the right one with like pretty low sugar. Usually the low sugar ones don't have much fruit in them. All right, we're nearly at the intersection.
Chastad said, Rice Bubbles are almost 10% sugar by the way.
Whoa, for real? Shit, I thought it was just puff rice. What are they doing? Cocoa Pops, I'd believe that because you got the cocoa on it. They make it sweet. All right, I'll be skipping the Rice Bubbles then. Like every now and then I'll have like some Cocoa Pops and Nutri-Grain or whatever. I could go down there, but I can turn right up here too. They both go the same way.
said, 8.7%. Fucking wild, yeah.
That's wild, yeah, you'd never know
Beauty
because they don't
Place
taste
said,
sweet.
I mean, all plants have sugar. Beauty Place said, every single one.
Yeah, they're all
Ozzy Denny
carbohydrates.
said, I was curious about the inclusion of Rice Bubbles. But I wanted to leave him something that sounded edible.
And now that's denied to me as well. Oh well. I mean, I stick to my Wheat Bix anyway, so. I'm pretty damn bumpy here. We'll try to stick to the grooves. I just wish I could get corn pops again. I miss them. G'day.
Beauty Place said, trying to cut out all forms of sugar from your diet will simply result in death.
Yeah, but you'll get it from other things. Like fruit, you know, drink a bottle of juice. But it's in a bunch of veggies.
Ozzy Danny said, see, I can happily skip breakfast. So banana is the standard.
I can't skip breakfast. I just can't function unless I've eaten something. Like that's the switch in my head that wakes me up. It feels horrible. You're out doing stuff and like, you're hungry. So I never skip breakfast.
Beauty Place said, tell you what, banana and a monster can get me moving pretty quick.
Bananas are good for breakfast, but I'm not a banana person. I don't like them. Maybe, I used to eat them when I was a kid, and then the flavour changed. And I'm not a big fan of them anymore. They just taste really bland and slimy now. But I'll eat other stuff like oranges, mandarins, apples, pineapple, raisins, grapes.
Ozzy Danny said, the flavour changed. What?
Yeah, like from when I was a kid, they tasted different.
Beauty
And
Place
now,
said, yeah, I think it was 70s.
Now
When
they're
the
not as
cabinet
nice.
went extinct.
I reckon it's going to be pretty cold on the way back. It's already a bit cool here because we're closing in on that river. Oh shit, we got a car. Plenty of room for both of us. Now watch as he slowly comes this way. Give him a wave. Gave him the fancy one with the wiggly fingers.
User Play said,
Yeah.
also, all artificial banana flavoring in like
Hang on.
candies is based on an extinct species of banana.
Yeah, there's like Cavendish and another type. So the candy
Ozy
ones
Danny
taste
said,
nice.
Cavendish is still the norm here.
I don't know. Okay, so Cavendish is the normal one, but there's another one. And yeah, some virus or some bacterial thing just wiped it out. They got rid of the good one.
User Play said, all banana trees technically a bush are genetically the same, IIRC.
Yeah, they all stem from the same one, but over time you
User
get
Play
different.
said, so maybe it was all that the Cavendish went extinct.
Yeah, one of them went, disappeared. Well, there's been a lot of rainfall here. This wasn't here last time. These wetlands are expanding, which means the river will be pretty high too. Yeah, we gotta hurry. If I hurry, we can make that sunset. Barely. We're nearly there. We're probably like 15 minutes off now, maybe 10.
Ozy Danny said, when I googled, I did
G'day.
see some fungal issue for the Cavendish in the USA.
Well, someone's got a drone up. We can stop and have a quick look at that.
Chastard said, you can buy other types of banana, even the fake flavor one. Not in Australia.
Oh, we better get off this road. There's a person coming.
Music Place said, did they bring some back?
Zombie bananas. They saved some. You know what? I bet you that seed vault in wherever, Norway or Sweden or whatever, I bet they've got them. So there should be a way to splice them back into existence.
Ozy Danny said,
What was that?
we often get a few types up here. Lady fingers are very popular.
Yeah, I mean, bananas just grow like naturally in
Music
Queensland.
Place said, I thought the entire planet had an epidemic that killed all but one species.
They got those little bananas all over the place in cans. Like, people don't even
Music
plant them, they
Place
just grow.
said, in Luke, the 60s or 70s.
But yeah, I've just grown out of the flavour of bananas.
Music Place said, plantains.
I still like apricots, grapes, apples, mandarins. Mandarins are awesome. If you ever have mandarin juice, that stuff's the best. Orange is great too.
Chastard said, there was some up in the mountains that did get HTE disease.
Yeah, compared to the full flavour profile of all those fruits, I'd
Ozy
choose
Danny
Weet Bix.
said, we often don't get the plant and animal diseases here. Our fruit police are top tier.
Yeah, we're pretty good at keeping, like they really check cars for stuff interstate here for fruit and stuff. Plus, you know,
Music
those are
Place
huge,
said,
so.
this was well before laws like that existed.
Yeah, I mean, that's why they brought them in. They're like, we can't risk this happening again. Imagine that, it just wipes out like an entire industry, basically. And then you got to change to a different variety.
Music Place said, I think it was the banana thing that created a lot of those laws worldwide.
Yeah, wouldn't surprise me. Should be a little dirt trail up here that we can get on in a sec. That'll be the rail trail up there. I'm gonna have to take a break when I get there. Normally I don't put this much effort in. I'll just take a bit easier. Plus I'm still kind of tired from yesterday. But we got good weather and I don't want to miss it. I don't want to waste it. Because in a month we won't be getting stuff like this. It'll be very different. Some kangaroos up there on the right. There he goes. And a little one. I think they heard me. It's getting hazy out here. All the sea mist. Yeah, they're off in here somewhere hiding. All right, one last little uphill bit. Get over those dunes, or up to the top of them.
Uticlay said, "Oh, the extinction thing was the French Gros Michel, which was apparently the only banana we imported in the 50s.
Yeah, that sounds like the one.
Got it.
That's the one that all the candy and lollies are based off of. The good news is it's still kind of warm. Hasn't gotten like really cold yet. That could just be me. Oh, I need a drink.
Uticlay said, "So, Eureka simply had none until they started growing others after that event."
Yeah, but they would have been
Ozzy
importing
Dunny
them.
said, "Muted, we've had restrictions since the Quarantine Act 1908.
Oh damn, that's
They were
early.
concerned about the fruit fly and something that affected vineyards at the time."
We got pretty close to those two.
Uticlay said,
Let's go drink.
Chastard said, "Australia's Border Patrol is great. TV show is a total laugh."
To be fair, it's kind of easy to skewer our borders. We are a giant island in the middle of nowhere. We just got to watch out for people trying to bring fruit and meat
Chastard
and all sorts
said,
of stuff through
"Do
the
you have
airports.
anything to declare? No. Then what is that kilo of cheese?"
I saw one, this guy had a whole engine block in his suitcase, like an alloy one. And like,
Uticlay
technically it's
said,
not. Yep, and then they brought foxes and they brought cane toads. They eventually learned their lesson. Like eventually, an introduced species will eventually reach like an equilibrium. But they take the position of like what was already there, which isn't good.
Ozzy
Hello.
Dunny said, "Yes, and toads too. The lessons learned were never forgotten. We took that lesson hard."
Oh, we're lucky we don't get cane toads down here. That's a northern New South Wales and Queensland problem.
Uticlay said, "Yeah, maybe don't introduce new species to places where they don't have an existing analogue."
Which makes you wonder, what is the natural predator to the cane toad? I'm not saying we should bring it over here, but it'd be interesting to know what eats them. Probably like an alligator or a crocodile or something. Maybe like some kind of bird. Look how slow we're going now that I'm on the gravel. Gravel and uphill.
Ozzy Dunny said, "Humans trying to get a cheap high."
Yeah, they lick 'em to
Uticlay said,
death.
"In the end, fungus eats everything."
All right, we're halfway up this sand dune. Oh, I just hope I don't miss the sunset. That would suck. We're going to be off by like 5 minutes, I guarantee you. What's the time? Nearly 6, yeah. I checked, it said it goes down at about 6 today. There's our first goal. In the distance, to see that hill, that's where I wanted to go
Better
to.
start pumping.
Slow and steady. We'll get there. I'm getting all these rocks kicked up into my leg. You can see the front tire, it's got all the gravel stuck to it because it's moist, a bit damp. All right, we're nearly there. Yeah, I'm gonna be stuffed tomorrow. Tomorrow's a good day to sit on my chair and get some work done. Look at all the sea haze and mist getting kicked up. Must be high tide. Looks good though. That's really cool.
Chastard said, I think some birds are getting smart. Flip the buggers over and get a good eat.
All right, downhill. Now I can chill. Oh, yeah, where's the sun? I think it's safe to say we missed it. Damn. You can see that first bit that comes out, and there's one behind it. I wanted to get to the one behind it, but we won't have time to do that today.
Ozzy Danny said, I tried to look up predators for the cane toads, but it just keeps giving me a list of Aussie animals that have figured out a way to eat them.
What we need to do is take a leaf out of the French, their book.
Beautifully said, here comes the sun, do, here comes the sun, and I say,
turn them into a delicacy. Cane toad legs. They probably don't taste as nice as frogs. And I don't believe frogs taste that good either. Well, some good surf out there. Some decent sized waves coming in. I'll find a clearing so I can show you, but you can sort of see it here. It's basically high tide. It might have, the ocean might have connected to that little river thing. Every time I've gone past so far, it's been dry.
Intense7 said, Bag Lady 37 just sent 25 Australian dollars
Whoa.
just for you.
Bag Lady, thank you. That was very nice of you. Maybe I should use that to get some corn pots.
Ozzy Danny said, Yo Bag Lady, don't know.
I'll show you a nice view in a second. Just let me get to the little viewing platform.
Bag Lady 37 said, yes.
Yeah, we've got that USA Foods place.
Beautifully said, WOOOWWWWW, that's almost a whole real dollar.
I know, that's US dollars. Like, that goes really far in Australia. That's wild. But yeah, I might have to hit up USA Foods and get some goodies. I can probably get those, what were they? The things you were talking about that you love?
Bag Lady 37
Like
said, very good.
Almond somethings, or I can't remember, like those nut chocolate things. I bet you they've got them there.
Chastard said, I think my dad used to play golf with the toads.
Almost.
Ozzy Danny said, oh here's a weird and interesting result on the list of predators. A predator for the cane toad is, checks notes, the cane toad. They eat their own young.
Oh my God. So they're cannibals. We've introduced cannibal frogs to Australia. Awesome. Should be a nice view out here. Check this out. So we've got some pretty big waves coming in. That's over a metre. Check out the ones over there, they're huge. And then this side.
Ozzy Danny said, it was common here when we were kids too. Cricket as well. You see a Queenslander playing cricket, just be wary of that wicket is all I'm saying. Bag Lady 37 said, okay.
So the sun, you can kind of see, it's just over that ridge. You know, it's below the horizon now. I could go a little further. Oh, there's someone out there. Someone's trying to surf. They're pretty far out. There's no waves there. See how it's really like, there's hardly any waves on that side over there? There's probably a rip going out on that side. And then the water's coming in here, going over and coming out over there. So you wouldn't want to swim over there near all those rocks. That'd be really dangerous. I don't know if you can see it, like right in front, just up there, there's a dude surfing. He's going for the big waves up there. Oh, there's a dog. Sorry, I didn't see it. I just felt something on my legs. Oh, look at that, that's a massive wave. I'll try zoom you in so you can see it. Give me a sec. If I can actually unlock my phone. Damn, it doesn't want to unlock. This happens sometimes. There we go. Alright, so if I zoom in, where are they? They're there. Damn, it doesn't want to focus. There we go. So they're there, and there's some big waves coming in over there to the left of it. Why isn't this thing focusing? It's too dark, probably. Must be better. I think it's trying to focus on this little pole down here. So we get that out of the way. Go like that. It's struggling to focus. Yeah, look at this now, it's dead. Now there's no waves. What happened? It's like someone turned the switch off. They're waiting. They come in like a repetitive pattern. But that looks like it's the only person out there.
Ozzy Dunny said, is either a surfer or a shark. Music Play said, is that a dude?
Oh, from here I can't tell. Where are they? I've lost them. You know what? I can do this. Hang on a sec. Is it focus infinity? That's about as good as I can get it. And then if I zoom out a little bit, now it won't be jumping around so much. Yeah, here come the waves again. They're
Music
starting
Play said, I'm a dude, he's a dude, she's a dude, 'cause we're all dudes, yeah.
I know who I am. I'm the dude playing a dude who is a dude. Yeah, so he's going all the way out there and now there's no waves. They're starting to build up again though. He's got like maybe 20 minutes before it's like really dark out there and that's it, he's got to give up. Alright, is he going for this one? This one looks pretty solid. Nah, he's giving that a miss. I can see some big ones further out rolling in. Like 3 or 4 waves after this one. Or is he just above that pole?
Few tiny waves.
Oh yeah, compared to like what Hawaii gets. But this is on the east side of Melbourne. You go to Bells Beach and stuff and you get some pretty serious waves out there. All the good beaches are on the west coast of the bay. Like Great Ocean Roadside. Oh, this is a solid one. They're going for it? Nah, not good enough. That's a massive wave, look at it go. Well, he's got to go for one of them. Still not good enough. He's waiting for the perfect wave. This one looks solid. No, gave that a miss.
Said, I don't water myself.
Oh, this is a solid one. Look at this. It's got to come on right over him. Oh shit. Oh, he's gone for it.
Walter and I have a
He's up.
agreement. I don't go into it, and it doesn't try to kill me.
He's gone. I think he dropped it. Yeah. Yeah, some pretty serious waves out there though. If you look further down the coast, down there, like those are huge. They just roll in. He's got a pretty good spot out here though. What's that other thing down there? There's like some driftwood or something just floating around. He's going to be out there for a bit, I reckon. All right, let's put this back. And we've got to fix the zoom. We'll go continuous Display. We'll zoom all the way out. Wait, is that zoomed out? It feels zoomed in. What the hell? It zoomed all the way out and then it zoomed in again. That's weird. So if I zoom one little bit in, it's fine. That is really strange. Alright, I'll put you back on here. Bit tedious doing this, but won't take long. And then I gotta put the little microphone thing back on. A bit tighter. One second. Alright, there we go. Might have to start putting my light on. What's the good one? That'll do. Do the rear one too. So I got to start getting back because it's going to get dark real fast. But yeah, my goal was you can ride onto that one and then that goes around and down, and then the one over there in the background, that's where I wanted to get up to, but we're just not going to have enough time for that today. If I left about an hour earlier, we could have made that. Oh, he's caught a wave in a bit. He's going out for more. Apparently it's dangerous.
Why? Scared of the chompy cobra.
Must just be, this is like a temporary sign. Must just be like this time of the year. I just prefer getting home before it's too cold. We'll take it a bit easy on the way back. So I was really gunning it to get down here in time.
Wait, what's Aussielandia's version of Chupacabra?
Chupacabra? What do we got? There is a thing.
Ozzy Dunny said, swimming is not advised in every language.
Yeah, it's not going to stop people. There's no lifeguards down there, so that's probably why. But it's a nice beach. If you know what you're doing, you could swim there. Oh, Sandy.
Beauty Place said, US Southwest has a jackalope.
Yeah, what's our like evil monster thing that we've got that kind of lives out in the bush, but it's not real, it's like fake. There is one, I've just forgotten the name of it.
Ozzy Dunny said, Bunyip.
Bunyip, yeah, that's probably what it is. Yeah, that's right.
Beauty Place said, I've heard of that.
It's like a mythical Aboriginal animal.
Ozzy Dunny said, Queensland tiger is another.
But our real life animals are way worse anyway. Like 10-metre crocodiles, great white sharks, bloody snakes that are like 15 metres long.
Beauty Place said, WDYMQL tiger, that's totally real.
Apparently there's like some Gippsland tiger as well, like a myth. There's a Tasmanian tiger, which is like a small, they're extinct. They're about the size of a dog. How's the angle? Haven't really checked it. Horizon should be sort of a little bit above the top, a little bit above halfway up. So you should see more ground than sky. I mean, I can check. It's kind of hard to check. I have to like stop 3 times to do it. Oh, it's going to be cold on the way back. I really should have left earlier.
Beauty Place said, exactly as you described.
Okay, cool. So that's kind of how I wanted it. So long as it's like that or like 50-50, like that's fine. I just hate it when you see more sky than ground. It's like you kind of got the angle wrong. All right, we got to haul ass home. It's probably just cool here because we're near the ocean. It'll get a little bit warmer when we get further away. So it should be all right further up. G'day.
Hi.
All right, this will be the last, at the top of this hill, will be the last little downhill bit for a while. I reckon we go back the same way we came. It's gonna be dark, but at least there'll be some wildlife out there. And it's asphalt instead of gravel, easier to pedal on. I have to give the bike a bit of a wash when I get home. Clean it up. I was thinking I could put the camera down lower so you see the handlebars more. It's more like a point of view.
said, link the beauty of Australia cryptids. Some of these I don't know. Some aren't there. A couple well known though, like Yowie Bigfoot type cryptids.fandom.com.
Yeah, Yowies are probably, Yowies and bunyips are probably the most known ones. I mean, I only know about Yowies because Cadbury did like a Kinder Surprise knockoff but it was a Yowie. That was like, I don't know, I was in high school when they did that. They might still do it, I don't know. Look at all the rocks getting kicked up. That's at the front. There's a whole bunch coming out the back that are just hitting my legs. My legs are getting sandblasted. That means I'll need to wash myself off too. It gets dark so fast now. I remember, well, like a month or 2 months ago, like you could watch the sun go down and I'd be able to get home and it would still be light.
The platypus was once a CRYPTID.
A what? A crypt? I don't know what that means. A cryptid? A crypt kid? What is that? Oh, we've still got a slither of light.
User Trace said, you don't know what a cryptid is. Mythical creatures.
Ah, okay. Well, yeah, because nobody believed them when they described it.
Ozzy Danny said, yeah, the English taxidermied one, sent it back to England and they thought it was fake.
Ah, that was a big bug.
User Trace said, I figured the word was ubiquitous these days.
Yeah, they, like you try to describe a platypus to someone that's never seen it before and it's not going to make sense. It has a duck bill. It's furry like a badger. It's got webbed feet. It has a spike on the back. It lays eggs, but it lactates milk. Like, they're just like, you're having a laugh, mate.
User Trace said, no, that's true. It's nature's biggest joke.
I might have to adjust my speaker a bit so I can hear it a bit better. There's like a certain angle where it sounds way better.
Ozzy Danny said, I mean, to be fair, before the platypus was sent, a bunch of fake things were, so.
Oh, that's so much louder. I need to like put...
Beauty Place said, yeah, it lactates across its entire abdomen even.
Yeah, so even that doesn't make sense. They're like, well, no, there's reptiles and mammals.
Beauty
It
Place
can't do
said,
that.
be right back.
Oh, that's way better. Now I can hear everybody better. Yeah, I just got to angle the speaker right. If it's pointed like more at me, definitely sounds better. All right, we're going down this dark path. We'll follow this. This stays gravel paved for a bit. You know what? I might actually just go full light today. We're gonna need it. How much we got? Hour and a half. I can get home in that time. At least this way you guys can see something. But yeah, yesterday I had my my audio and my video weren't synced. So if you do render delay in OBS, it delays the video, but it doesn't delay the audio, which is really strange. That might be a bug that they need to fix. And I learned the hard way that if you apply a filter to a sauce in one scene, and it's a nested sauce, it applies it to all of them. So I've turned all that off, it should be good today. Like I'll ding the bell, and it should be like spot on. Oh, it's gonna be dark very soon. I was also looking at electric conversion kits for bikes. You can get these ones that just bolt on to where the pedals go. So they replace the crank. Oh, there's a rabbit, he's hauling ass. Little bunny was moving quick.
Random Arc Zero said, crash into that fence.
I can't even see the fence, so there's a good chance I'll crash into something. But yeah, you can get these conversion kits. They're pretty expensive, they're a couple grand, but it just completely replaces the crank and pedals. And you can still pedal with it. But I don't know how good they are.
Chested said, oh that, yeah the source is shared. There is an extension to duplicate, but have a different object.
Okay. I'll just have to, I've decided to try a different method anyway. I don't want to do like delay the signal because then the whole thing just gets delayed. I need to find a way to speed up the laptop. If I can get the laptop quicker, it'll sync up better with the phone. Actually go a bit quicker here. There we go. Yeah, the temperature's just dropped like 10 degrees. I can feel it. It's not painfully cold yet. Oh, I forgot to have a drink. Been needing it. But since it is a bit darker, we might see some different wildlife on the way back.
Random Arc Zero said, my bike speeds aren't changing. You got any tips on what I could do?
I had that problem just the other day. Like you mean, like when you change from like first to second, third, etc. You've got to check your cable tension, make sure that's set right. And if it's too loose, you just unwind the thing where it clamps on the cable,
Random
pull
Arc
it down a
Zero
bit.
said, yeah.
Yeah, pull it down a bit and then clamp it up again. And then you should have like a little adjustment screw up here near the shifters. You can use that to tension it even further. And then you've got on the derailleur, there's two screws and they set the limit, like how far it goes out and how far it goes in. So play around with those and get them in line. Is it the front one or the back one? Like where you got lots of gears or just a few? Because doing the rear is a bit trickier, but the front's not so bad. The front's usually the one that goes out though. Because I just went through all this like 2 days ago getting this set up.
Random Arc Zero said, it's not the speeds at the pedals, it's the ones on the back.
Okay,
It's got 7 gears.
they're a bit trickier to do. This is a nice view. Check out that water, it's just like barely moving.
Said, I always start with adjusting the cable in all the way up top, take out the slack, then adjust the handlebar side at the end.
Yep, you start at here and you work your way down. So you wind that all the way in, then you do the cable, get that nice and tight, and then you start doing the screws. It's a bit finicky, like it's a lot of trial and error.
37 said, pink heart.
Yeah, it's nice out here. It's very quiet too. The only noise I can hear is my loud voice, irritating everybody for miles around. But other than that, it's very serene. Actually, it's a pretty good view this way too. Check this out. Look at the colours you get off of the sky. I don't know how it's coming through on the camera, but to my eyes, that looks awesome. There's a planet up there in the sky. I don't know which one it is. Probably one of the ones towards the sun. It's probably like Venus or Mars. It was nice out here. This wasn't here the other day. It was just the river. the river hadn't flowed out this far. So the river level's quite high at the moment. Makes it look nicer. Every time I stop, my glasses fog up so bad. All right, gravel road. Try to keep my speed up on this. Lots of bugs and crickets around too. You'll see them on the ground. I don't know if the camera picks them up. You'll see these little black marks moving across the ground. Usually crickets. Oh, there's some car up there, off to the right. I think I just saw them like, yeah, they're doing something. They're probably at the beach.
Said, still some sunset beyond the hills.
Yeah, just a little bit. Won't be there for long. You really notice the closer you get to winter, the faster it gets darker. You just run out of light really quickly. Whereas in summer, it kind of lingers forever. And then there's places in the north, like Finland, it'll be like 11 o'clock at night and the sun's still up. They don't get night. The sun gets pretty low to the horizon, but it just stays bright. And then in winter, they get the opposite. They get barely any daylight. They actually have to substitute, they have to take vitamin D because they just don't get enough light up there. I'd love to go up there though, see the aurora.
That daylight saving do make a difference.
Yeah, I mean, we swapped over not long ago.
That's why I can't move that much further north, NGL.
Yeah, we just had our daylight savings I think it was 2 weeks ago. So really, should be like an hour ahead. It's like, I don't know, 7 something right now. But even that, like, I'm talking about how quickly it changes.
None of that BS.
Damn,
Load all-time crap.
Did you see that huge
Give me the
moth?
dark.
There was a huge moth that just came down, like swooped around and went back up. Dude was like that big. Absolute unit. No, I'm a big fan of summer. I love those long nights. I love the hot nights. They're just the best.
Utica said, you're not in West Virginia, no Mothman for you.
That was a massive moth. He was coming straight for the light. Ooh, we've got an incline. Who put that here? Oh, we're nearly there. Yeah, if we're lucky, we might see a wombat, but they kind of come out a bit later when it's proper dark.
Utica said, I despise hot, sun, wind, rain, bugs, grass, trees, pollen, flowers, nature. I hate nature.
You'd hate Australia then. That's this place in a nutshell, man. But you're like Arizona, Utah area, so it's a dry sun that you get there. You don't have any beaches to enjoy it. I think that's what you need. You need beaches and then the heat. And then it's like a good combo.
Utica said, give my AC, inside, no windows.
That's the other thing, like...
Shoggan said, oh, you wombats nice.
Yeah, if we see them...
Utica said, GTFO here with that BS, it's a dry heat nonsense.
Well, there's a difference. Like, you try 100% humidity and heat, and it's just pain. It's just horrible. But a dry heat's tolerable. It's not so bad, and the AC works better with a dry heat. You can get by with evaporative coolers. Like, they're not the best, but it takes the edge off.
Said, yes, give me humid.
You know, we're going over
no,
here.
TF it ain't.
That's better.
Sarah Shoggan said, what's the wildest animal or thing you never expected to find whilst cycling?
Cycling? I was going to say driving would be a deer. I've seen echidnas.
Said, I will smack all humans who think dry is better.
Come
here, let me smack you.
There's some rabbits. I've caught echidnas on stream before.
Zero said, question, did you ever crash while streaming? Asking cuz it's my first time here.
I haven't crashed while streaming. I've crashed my bike before. It had been a while since I'd ridden a bike. I was used to driving a car, and I had to pick up like a battery or something for my car.
Said, echidnas aren't real, SMH.
And there's a little tunnel that goes under like a 3 or 4 lane highway, and it's got like a sharp turn like that. And I was flying down, and I'm like, oh, I can take it at this speed. I couldn't take it at that speed. I slammed into the wall, and then I wobbled a bit, and I slid out the other end. And then I tried to get up, and everything's like stars and yellow. And I'm like, we're gonna take a break. And the worst thing is, that wasn't even my bike, that was my dad's bike. I borrowed his. And I asked him, oh, can I borrow your bike? He's like, yeah, just don't crash it. I'm like, okay. Then I immediately slammed it into a wall. So, yeah, probably shouldn't have done that. On stream, I haven't crashed yet. I'm not really doing anything that's going to make me crash. Like, if I was mountain biking, maybe. But just cycling around.
Mark Zero said, if I were to do what you're doing, there would be a lot of wild deers showing up on the stream.
Yeah, it's this one. Yeah, so I was driving my car through the hills at night with my friends once, and I come around this blind corner, and there's just 2 glowing things looking at me.
Time for a wheelie.
I don't know how to do wheelies. I've got to learn how to do it. I mean, I can rip the bars up, but I can't hold them up. I've got to learn how to do that. I'm not about to do that on stream. I'll figure that out on my own.
Sarah Seshogan said, yeah, I saw deers about when I was driving. It was around Western Sydney by Marsden Park.
Yeah, deers are terrifying. Because they just stand there.
Pull back, lean and zoom.
They stand there and they look at you and then they dart off and you don't know which way they're going to go. So that freaked me out. Plus, you're not expecting to see them. Like wombats, yeah, you expect them. Kangaroos, you expect them. But a deer, you're like, what the fuck?
Ozzy Danny said, mute it, more fun than cryptids. Mythical things you might see driving or cycling in Australia include Min lights.
But Victoria doesn't have a huge variety of wild animals, really. We got wombats, echidnas, kangaroos, wallabies. Koalas, I've never seen a koala though.
Sarah said, actually now that I remember, I saw one with a loose rope hanging around its neck one time. That got me thinking how'd it happen.
Jeez. It escaped. Chewed the rope off and ran away. But yeah, cycling around here, I think the wildest thing I'll see is an echidna.
It ran across the road like it was being chased. Play said, koalas aren't real, either.
I might see...
37 said, I've only seen a koala, that's it.
Yeah, I've only seen them at exhibitions. At zoos.
Chlamydia.
Yeah. But I've only seen them at like zoos and nature reserves. I've never seen a wild koala in like a tree. But I guess they stick kind of high in the trees. So unless you're really looking for them, you're just not going to see them. Plus they sleep they sleep like 20 hours a day or 22 hours a day. And that means they're just not moving, so you're not going to see them. Oh man, it's dark. The sky's still got a bit of blue to it, but that'll go real soon. And it's getting cool too. But I'm about, I don't know, maybe half an hour from home, so shouldn't be too bad.
Random Mark Zero said, I remember when I was going up on a hill, a deer almost crashed into me, barely missed me because I was like a meter or 2 short.
Oh damn. Yeah, they're huge as well, so you hit a deer, like, it's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt both of you.
Sarah Seshogan said, yeah, that's true. We're better off seeing a possum around.
I haven't seen any wild crocs yet, you know, not down here. We really don't get them down here. But when I go to Queensland and stuff, there's quite a few around where my sister lives. She's in Cairns. And they have sightings all the time. And when they get the floods, they just get washed all over the place. They got 2 types. They got the saltwater ones, they're the big ones. And then they got freshwater crocs, and they're really not that dangerous. They're tiny.
Random Mark Zero said, especially if you got a bike with you, because that's with even more weight.
Yeah, and you're carrying all that momentum. But yeah, Australia, like, you know, big mammals, kangaroos are our biggest mammal, really.
Ozzy Danny said, I haven't seen the crop here. I was trying to get a photo for ages. Gave up. Croc too lazy to be photographed.
Oh, they'll be around. They're probably quite far from the towns though. They'll be like near further up the rivers. But yeah, you're northern enough that they'll be there. Especially along the beach side of things. All right, that's the next road. Is it, or is it just a gate? No, it's the road. I can see the sign. Well, I can hear a kangaroo in the bushes. At least I hope it's a kangaroo. All right, let's take it easy through here.
Ozzy Danny said, we might see one of our rocky freshwater crocs during Olympics 2036.
Yeah, the freshwater ones are tiny, so they're even harder to find, harder to see. We don't quite have we don't even have like a half moon tonight. It's like a crescent moon. It's getting there. In 2 weeks we'll have a full moon. But I'll bet you by then it'll just be overcast. You won't be able to see it. I'm tempted to do like an astronomy stream.
All right, I gotta go. Currently heading to the city for a concert.
No worries, man. Have fun. Hope it's a good time. But yeah, I've got this idea in my head. I wouldn't mind doing like an astronomy stream. Not astrology. That would be weird. But I could set up my camera and you can actually see like galaxies and the stars and all that stuff up there. You get a really good shot of the moon.
Said, have fun.
Oh, we got more moths with us. All right, downhill, we can get some speed.
Ferris Eshoban said, Masayoshi Takanaka is in town, famous guitarist.
Oh, cool. I'll check them out when I get home. I'm sure they got some stuff on YouTube I can see.
Random Art Zero said, what's your setup? Because I would like to try and do a mountain climbing stream once in a while.
I've got my setup in my...
Ferris said, take care on the way back, mate.
Yeah, will do, man. I'll get back in one piece. Yeah, my setup's in the About section. I got everything written down there. But I've basically got my phone strapped to my chest. I've got a wide field of view lens adapter on it. I've got this little dead cat that goes over the microphone on the phone. And then that just plugs into a battery that's in my back. Chat phone's just a chat phone. It's got the little wrist mount here. This also is hooked up to the battery. And that's pretty much it. That all sends out to my web server. That directs it to my computer at home. And then that sends it off to Twitch. There's a bit of setting up to get it up and running, but it's not anything too tricky. Like, spend a little bit of time, anyone can do it. You don't have to run a web server. You can use services like NoIP. They'll do the same thing. You just have to log in like once a month or pay for the paid version. And the reason you have that is this phone has to send a signal somewhere, right? Like an address. And the computer at home has to pull the signal from somewhere. And the phone's IP is constantly changing as it connects to new towers or whatever. So you can't just pull straight from the phone. And you could send the phone straight to the home, but the home IP changes too sometimes. So it's better to have like a static thing that you pull from and send to all the time. And that's what I use the web server for. But other people will use like BellaBox, or they'll use, like NoIP, stuff like that. But I figured, hey, I'm already paying for a web server, like, let's just use what I've already got. Oh, and then my home computer, every time I turn it on, I've made a script that updates my web server with my home IP, so it's always up to date. And then there's all the software. I use IRL Pro on the camera phone. I use real-time chat on this, and then OBS Blade, which I've had to sideload onto it to control OBS. And then you just use your router to set up like pass-through rules. What do they call it? Like, yeah, set up the firewall stuff so it just goes through. Like port forwarding, you got to forward the right ports. But you could get started fairly easily. No IP, IRL Pro, just like a chest mount, no OBS, and really that's all you'd need. You could set that up in like an hour or two. Oh, my rear light's about to go out. Oh, it doesn't last that long anymore. I've still got the front light, so when it starts beeping like that, you get like 15 minutes and then it's gone.
Random Arc Zero said, "Thanks man, I'll look into it."
Yeah, no worries. If you ever need like help setting it up, just DM me through like I don't know whose Discord we share. But I'm in a bunch of them. I'm in Luke's Discord, I'm in Chasted's, I'm in Akasan's, Alpha's. One of those we'll probably share. Just, yeah, message me and I can help you out. Yeah, it'd be sick to see more like hiking streams or mountain bike streams. The hardest thing is probably just maintaining a connection in those areas. Because usually when you go for a hike or you go mountain biking, you're not really near like a dense urban place that's going to have good internet. It's still blinking back there. Oh, we've got a car coming up, I think. Or is it just a... Yeah, there's a car. Well, if the rear light goes out, at least the front one will still be going. And we can jump on the rail trail soon anyway, so don't have to worry about cars. Might take a little longer to get home, but hey, it's a bit safer too. Where are they going? Oh, they've turned off. All right.
Random Arc Zero said, "The one I usually hike on has a radio tower which has its own connection."
Oh, sweet. Yeah, so as long as you get like line of sight to that tower, you'll have a good connection. Oh, my legs are getting tired now. Normally this wouldn't be a problem. I'd take my time getting down there, take my time getting back. But I did that ride yesterday, didn't recover from it. And then I gunned it down there to try get to the sunset in time. Failed. And yeah, I'll just take it easy on the way home. We'll get there. The little bike path's just up ahead anyway. Like if my legs were good, I'd just power up this hill. I'd build up speed beforehand and just gun it. But we'll just take it easy. These are probably like the most dangerous bits for a bike because people come over these hills and they don't know what's on the other side, so they're just not aware that there's someone there. And if you're doing this without lights, like yeah, you're gonna get hit. I almost forgot to charge this up today, the front one. But it still had a heap of charge in it, so it didn't even take that long to get to 100%. On this mode, it is meant to last 2 hours, but I only ever reads like an hour and a half. I've never really tested it though. I've never seen like what the maximum I can get out of it is. If you dial it down, you get like nearly 24 hours out of it, but it's just way darker. All right, bike path should be just up ahead. Yeah, here it is. So we go here into the dark. If we're going to see any wildlife, it'll be down here. Last time we saw like a kangaroo. We got pretty close. He just wasn't aware. Oh, I think we saw a possum as well. Yeah, we got pretty close to a possum and then he just ran off and went up a tree. But we're nearly back now. From here, it's not too bad. I'm gonna grab a drink in a sec.
Random Arc Zero said, "Random Arc that just flies across."
Hang on a sec. I didn't quite catch that. You said a bat. Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess we get bats as well. You can hear them when like you're not moving and it's quiet. They make like that noise. They're like dead silent almost. But there's a lot of bats down here. As the sun sets and a little bit after, when you're closer to Melbourne, there's hundreds of them. I don't know where they roost. They must have somewhere that they go.
Ozzy Danny said, I didn't see the bats, but Victoria's bats are really small.
Oh, we got some big ones as well. Like wingspans like half a metre across or whatever. Oh, the gate's open. But that's private property, we won't be going there. I wonder why that's there. Warn people not to drive off the edge or something. Let's grab a drink. Nearly out of water. Normally what I'd do is when I get to Kilcunda, I'd fill up. But today we're under a time crunch. So that's all right. I've got enough to get me back. It's a really hot day, you definitely need the water. I went to Listerfield mountain bike park with my friends and it was like 26 degrees. I'd burned through my whole bottle of water before I even got up the hill. They had electric mountain bikes. I just had this. So my friend ended up just engaging the electric and he's pushing me with his hand up the hill. But yeah, by the time I got to the top, I almost passed out. So I had to go grab a ton more water. And then there's like a variety of mountain bike tracks out there. You got the blue ones, which are really easy. I think there's like green and red that are harder. And then you got the black ones.
I googled fruit bat wingspan, 1 metre.
Yeah, they get big.
Again, Victoria's bats are small.
So yeah, and there's double black ones. And then when they invited me, I said, yeah, look, I'll go, but I don't want to do any of the crazy trails. So the first thing they did is ride to the double black one. So I just went down it on this. This is not a mountain bike, not a proper mountain bike. Like the amount of travel on the front is like 110 mil, maybe 120. A real mountain bike will have like 150 and then a downhill one will have like close to 200 mil. And they'll have rear suspension and like bigger tires and all that. But I made it down, I didn't crash. I came close a few times. But I just held on and got through it. Oh, I can smell something's on fire. Someone's burning something. Yeah, our bats down here get pretty big. Like, I've seen them flying in the sky. I reckon, yeah, a metre wingspan, maybe half metre between that range. All right, these are all pine trees. These are like planted by people, they're not native. Australia has no native pine trees.
Random Arc Zero said, the ones I see near my house usually have half a metre wingspan.
Yeah, they'd get pretty big. I mean, even half a metre is like pretty solid. That's like that. These are 800 mil bars, so, you know, take a little bit off that. But you really only see them at night, and as the sun's going down. They probably, yeah, they're mostly out at night. You can hear them though. And if you've got really good high pitch hearing, you can hear like the ultrasonic stuff that they do. Because it doesn't just start off at like super high frequencies, they sort of build up to it, and you'll hear that build up. They build up to it very quickly, but you can hear it. And they use that to just navigate. Oh yeah, it's about to die. It's not happy. It's funny, that light, if it didn't do the noise, I'm sure it would last like an extra half hour. That just drains the battery even quicker. Yeah, so if I'm doing these streams, I'm gonna have to start earlier and just make sure I get home at about 6:30ish. Because there's just no sunlight otherwise. Like today's kind of a warm day, so it's not too cold, but if it started off like 17 degrees or whatever, I'd be freezing my butt off right now. I'm just gonna turn this off, it's driving me nuts. That's better.
Random Arc Zero said, it's like a normal person's chest wide.
Yeah, about that. Yeah, they're the tiny ones. They freak you out when you see them in the sky because like they don't sound like birds, but they're flying. You're like, what the hell is that? And they fly differently to birds. They just kind of have their wings constantly flapping, whereas birds will kind of soar for a bit. I see civilization. That light on the right is probably the water tower. It's probably where our mobile phone signal's coming from at the moment. And that one directly in front is just a sign for the road, I think. Oh, I wonder what I'm having for dinner tonight.
Random Arc Zero had one stay at my window.
Yeah, they are cute. Because they're just like little marsupials with wings. Like most mammals are kind of cute. Ah, that's what that was. Yeah, the other day I came past here, there's like a little house thing on the right there. It was all lit up. And I've never seen it lit up before. I didn't even know the thing had electricity. It's like a dilapidated, like half falling down house. So someone either rigged it up and got power to it, or maybe it's like a museum and it's meant to be like that. Yeah, I think tomorrow I'm going to call up JB Hi-Fi and see what the process is of getting this like dead pixel warranty on my monitor happening. Because
Aussie Danny said, winged rat spreading diseases. Also really damn noisy.
Yeah, and they eat all your fruit. But yeah, I got a new monitor and it's got a dead pixel. So I looked up the warranty and Philips have a zero dead, like proper dead pixel warranty. So I got to go return that. But in the meantime, my other big screen's dead. So I'm down to like a tiny little, I think it's like 22 inch, 1080 one, with like real cheap, nasty display on it. So I'm hoping they don't take too long to sort this thing out. That's going to be painful. Like I'm half in my mind to just ignore it and just keep the one that I've got, but why should I? Why should I put up with like a broken screen that I paid money for? And I think the box that it came with, it was missing a HDMI cable too.
Random Arc Zero said, I
check this
don't
out.
mind them eating my fruit. I grow it anyways and leave some for them.
Look, there's a wombat.
Like I leave them a few apples once in a while.
Look at that, right there. That's a wombat. That's the first time I've seen one of them. That's cool, he's huge. He's
Aussie Danny said, how you even notice a single dead pixel.
He doesn't want to go any further. Maybe if I make it dark, there he goes. Now he's out of there. Oh, lucky that car stopped. There you go, that's probably the coolest wildlife I've seen so far. That'd be the wombat. They're funny, they're like little furry rocks with legs. Sorry, I got distracted by an animal. Oh, I checked.
Said, the car did worry me for a bit.
Yeah, as soon as I got the light on him, they saw it. Yeah, to check dead pixels, you do two things. There's lit pixels and dead pixels. So you just get a full black image and you full screen it and you look, and you'll be able to see any lit pixels pretty easily. And then for a dead one, you just get a white image and you have a look. And the one that I've got's weird. It's like, I don't think the pixel itself is actually dead. It seems like there's some crap behind the glass. or the...
Ozzy Dunny said,
The screen?
so did you hitting a bum and then yelling wombat? I thought you hit the wombat.
Nah, no, I'd be off the bike if I hit a wombat. That's not gonna happen. That's just a weird spot to see them. That's pretty close into town. His little home would be further back out the other way. It was a pretty big one too. That was a full-grown adult wombat. Might have been a girl one, I don't know how to tell without getting really close. Oh, it's warmer up here. It's nicer. I think it's the asphalt, it's just residual heat coming off of it. Yeah, well that was cool. I'm gonna clip that because I've never seen a wombat. It's been ages since I've seen a wombat. I'll see them when driving, but yeah, rarely when riding. G'day. So what did we see today? We saw kangaroos, we saw wombats, we saw a surfer. That's a pretty good haul. It's Thursday, so the town will be probably...
Random Art Zero said, I'm about to look like Sam from Death Stranding with all that equipment on my back.
Oh, you don't need to bring that much stuff with you. I wouldn't even need the backpack really if I could find somewhere else to mount the battery, or I had... Like, this is an old phone and it chews through battery really quick. The camera phone lasts quite a while. I think you get like 3 or 4 hours out of it. I just have the battery in the backpack so I can keep it all fed. But if you've got a relatively new phone, you can just go battery on it. Yeah, lots of people doing their shopping still. Can't be that late then. Oh, it's nearly 7. Alrighty, I'm gonna cut through here. Are they waiting for me? No. Or we can just get through past this guy. There we go. Not getting stuck at that intersection. We'll get stuck at the next one though. This one's always busy. Shit, Big W might still be open. Most of the shops kind of close around 7ish. They're open a little later on Fridays. I think Dan Murphy's is. No, they look still open. It could just be staff that are there. Oh, I was looking. Dan Murphy's have Strong Zero, the 9% one, but it's like $113 for like 12 of them. So it's over.
Random Art Zero said, our shop's actually close at 8.
Yeah, 8's not bad. You can still get stuff done after work. But yeah, it's like $10 a can for 9% Strong Zero. But I think it's because they bring that in low quantity. You can get the 6% one, and that's much more reasonable. You can get like I think it's like a 10 pack for $30. But can you really call it Strong Zero when it's only 6%? I still don't know why they didn't just bring in like the proper one, bring in the real stuff. Instead we get this like watered down one. Probably because they just want to make more money. Oh, the little, there's like a little, what do you call it? Like caravan sort of place that makes food. I've forgotten the word. Oh, sweet, we can just go right over. Are they open today? Yeah, there they are. They're over there on the left. I didn't get to see what their menu is though. I'll check it out one day. Yeah, there was a bunch of people there the other day grabbing dinner. I don't think they do kebabs. I think they do like burgers and stuff. I can hear that squeaking noise. I'm gonna have to pull the, not the rear gears off, but the little sprocket ones. that just sort of hold the chain there, they're what's squeaking. So I'll fix them up. They just come off with an Allen key, and then I can like re-grease up the bearing and stop that noise. Oh, we might be able to watch some footy. They got a game on. All right, we've just got to wait. I think they're playing soccer too. They got the lights on for the footy. Yeah, they got soccer on as well. Are they just training though? I think they're just training. They're not playing a proper game. All right, is this guy going through? We'll just slow down, let him. There we go. Yeah, we'll see if we can get up to the footy oval and catch a bit of that. Oh, they've got netball going too. All the sports today. I think they're just doing training though as well. I don't think I've ever seen an actual game happen here. It's almost always training. But yeah, netball's a pretty popular sport in Australia. You used to just have it on TV. If you were sick from school, you could watch like Behind the News at like 9:30 or whatever. And then it would just be like netball or like talk shows. So it kind of sucked to be sick because you have nothing to do. Anyone at the footy oval? Can't really, no, I don't think so. Oh, they are, but they're on the other side of it. So they're just doing training today. It's not an actual game. I think they do their games on the weekends and you've actually got to pay to go watch. Whereas the lower leagues, it's all usually just free. Like, I think you can support if you want, but I'll go over this side. So that's who he was hanging around with. I thought that kid was just riding his bike on his own. I'm like, that's a bit odd. That is a loud 4x4. Yeah, just here to the left is a gym. It's always busy around this time. Worst time to go to the gym is after work. It's when there's the most people there. I used to go at like, sort of get there at 11 at night or later, and it'd be no one there. You just get the whole place yourself. It was awesome. You don't have to wait to use the equipment. It's just available. They've also got a swimming pool there. Apparently they're rebuilding it. It was just like a 25-metre pool, so it's kind of a small lap pool. I prefer the 50-metre ones, like Olympic size. But I think it's really the only option.
Said, wait to use the equipment, AO.
Yeah, it's annoying. It's much better just having the whole place to yourself. But yeah, after work, that like 5-6 p.m. rush, everyone's there.
Baglady 37 said, on base, we have an Olympic-sized pool.
Oh, that'd be nice. Is it an inside one or outdoors? Because the inside ones are awesome. I used to go to Knox Leisure Works. They had a nice 50-metre indoor one. It got busy. They'd cut down the amount of lanes you could do laps in because they're running like fitness classes and stuff. And they'd have like the kids' lessons as well. But normally you'd have like 2 or 3 lanes.
Baglady 37 said, we have an inside one and we have an outdoor size one.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, I heard it's kind of hard to find good swimming pools in Tokyo because they're usually not very deep. So like they're usually like waist high and you kind of need like, I don't know, 2 meters or like 1.5 meters really to swim. If you want to do like flip turns and stuff at the end. I don't do those. I just like do the one how you touch it with your arm and then pivot on the spot and go back. They usually keep you going pretty quick too. But yeah, the best thing is when you've got a whole lane to yourself. You just go in the middle, not a care in the world. You can do any stroke you want. You can do backstroke without worrying about slamming into someone. Or you don't, if you're doing freestyle, you don't have to worry about tickling the person in front of you's feet because you're going a bit too quick. But yeah, sometimes it get busy. You get like 8 people to a lane and you couldn't even get off the end bit quickly because there'd be people in your way just waiting in between sets. I'd love to go swimming again, but I need to find a good pool. Kind of limited for choices out here.
Bad Lady 37 said, yeah, you can do whatever you want, and then we have diving boards too, and a water slide with the outdoor one.
Oh, you got everything. You got the full setup. Yeah, I would be using that. Because I love the smell of chlorine. I love it when you finish swimming and you just still smell like chlorine. It smells like success. It smells like you've made some progress. Our Bunnings are still going. They're still pretty busy. We got more people turning in? No. Good. Sometimes people turn without using their indicators and you just don't know what they're going to do. They could be going anywhere. I wonder how long they're open till. Probably like 9 maybe 8. Oh, that was a good ride. I'm wrecked now though. Still got to get home, but that I can make that distance. Oh, let's grab another drink. Yeah, Bunnings looks like they're about to close up. The garden bit's all shut. Let's have a look at raid targets. Apparently there's a lot of people on tonight.
Ozzy Dunny said, this Bunnings is actually open. First time on stream I see it open.
I think it was open yesterday, or maybe just closed. It was getting around that time because it was a bit later when I wrapped up. No, actually yesterday I finished up at 6:30, so yeah, they must be open later today. Anyway, I'm gonna check to see who's available to raid. None of these people, because I don't know who they are. All right. Well, Akasan's on, and it's his anniversary, so let's hit him up. He's probably just playing Nikkei. I'll check Twitch as well, actually. I'll double check. Make sure all our options are available. Take these off so I can actually see. It's just fogging up a lot. All right, so he's playing Nikkei or going through the story or something. He must have a day off today. KT Justin is on, he's playing Bright Souls. Mystic Jin's on, he's doing IRL somewhere. We might hit him up again. Because I think he's still in Japan. So I'll raid Mystic Jin. Just give me a sec. Yeah, he's on holiday in Japan at the moment. He's been doing a lot of IRL. He was like right up north, like this island near Hokkaido.
Bad Lady 37 said, yes he is.
Yeah, Mystic Jin's pretty cool. Stream manager. I still haven't adjusted my shortcuts on this. I said I'd do it yesterday, I just didn't get around to it. Because you can put the raid one like right at the start. It'll make it easier. Is it that one? Yeah. Where is it? Raid. So Luke's on, Mystic Jin's on, Akasan is on, KT Justin is on. We'll go with Mystic Jin. What's he doing? I thought he was at 8. Oh, he's doing a stamp thing. Okay. Oh, well, we'll raid him. Raid message will be, we missed the sunset. Because we did. It's not your fault, it's my fault, but I'm shifting the blame on everyone. We're all collectively at fault here. Definitely not just me.
Muted Place said, night night all.
And then if I bring my one up, I can accelerate it.
Muted Place said, night night all.
Night, dude. And then if I bring my one up, is that what
Muted
I sound like?
Place
Oh
said,
God.
Chad missed the sunset raid.
Yeah, something like that. We missed the sunset, something like that. That's all right. We can do it again next time. I'll get up earlier and we'll make sure we hit it. And we'll get to the good spot. We'll get up on that big hill and we'll be able to see it from there without having like a hill in the way. Hopefully. I don't know what it's like up there. We'll find out. But anyway, thanks for sticking around, everyone. Special shout outs to Bag Lady for being awesome and helping me out. And yeah, I'll catch you on the next one. I don't know when that'll be, but probably when we get some good weather and my legs are feeling good. Till then, have a good one.
Oh no, we can go down further.
Turn that down a bit.
Bro, you only asked like 2 minutes ago. You didn't ask 15 minutes ago.
Oh, I should turn this off too. What is that noise? Oh, I've been hit with an ad.